Oh, great! This is the best interview I've ever had. So,
User entered your channel.
Titan is here from everyone. Let's have Titan talk about the match.
Hectic.
I did make fun of you for missing a flag on the crossfire base, but
That was
I'll let you go.
embarrassing.
You guys did capture the flag many times tonight, 20 in all. So that is really good from your team. I was just asking winners who he thought would be a good matchup for triples at their current strength. What do you think?
User entered your channel.
I mean, probably just because of the experience they have with each other. ZFC is always a good game. You know, they're pretty close with each other as well. So I've watched a few of their games. Actually tried to cast one, like semi-cast, but they had really good games, really exciting. I think it's because they know what each player is capable of or what they like to do.
What would they do since Issa was on that team also, as well as somebody else? I think I heard.
The
Wasn't there
match,
a couple overlap players.
yeah, some kind of ring back and forth. So I'm not clear on the rosters, but the match I actually saw, I believe Iso was at work. So.
Test can you guys hear me now?
Hello, we can hear you. We heard you the whole
Awesome.
time, but you didn't answer us. I don't know.
Oh, I got a new headset.
Okay. So, no one from Triples here. Let's talk about what Triples did right, what they did wrong from your point of view, because you were the ones fighting them.
Well, I think at the start they were running a very, very heavy D set, kind of like what we used to run. So at first it kind of threw us off. We were trying to run our standard offense, and then we figured out, you know, they're playing the defense that we used to run, and fortunately we know how to counter that.
What have you changed in your weeks of evolution? What have you not done anymore? We saw you did a lot of turtle defense, but you're not doing that anymore. What have you changed?
Oh god, we've changed like everything. I mean, really right now, since the game is in beta, we're just trying everything out. The past couple nights we've really been using as much vehicle play as possible, trying to get used to that. We've been playing without vehicles. I think the biggest thing is we're trying to rely on a 3D set a lot more often than our old 5D sets, so that we can actually get that flag back and create standoffs. Because what we found, especially in the early days when we were playing, we would end up losing 1-2, 1-3, and these rounds would last 25 minutes because we couldn't get the flag back and get a standoff. Now that we're running a more heavy O set, when we can get grabs and we can get caps and we can win.
And I see you running Brick and Raider a lot. Do you only run heavy offense when there's a heavy on flag?
We just kind of throw it up, whatever's working. If something's not working, we'll talk as a team on Mumble and say, alright, this isn't working, what do we need to do? And sometimes that heavy offense seems to work.
And that is the hallmark of a good Tribes team, is being flexible, being aware, and making adjustments during the game while it's going on, under all that pressure. So let's see, Panda, you were doing a little more capping than I usually see you do. Some Shrike harassment. What do you have to say about that? How have the vehicles been working for you guys?
We actually never ran vehicles until, well, we did run tanks, but we never ran strikes until we played Stack and Hack one day, and they ran 2 strikes on us and just dominated us. So we were like, man, maybe we should use those.
Yes, I did hear that Europeans ran 2 strikes as often as possible for a while, and it was very overpowered, so they stopped doing it by gentleman's rules. 1 strike only now. I'm not sure what the rules of all the ladders that will come out will be. I saw some rules being posted for possibilities, but would you play with any rule set? Anything you want to do?
Oh yeah, we're not going to stop playing the game because we don't enjoy the rule set. Honestly, I have fun with the game with their vehicles, even when I'm getting run over as a capper. I have fun without vehicles. I just really enjoy the game.
We saw Triples running 2 Sentinels. Did that bother you at all, or did you find that was overcommitment to Sniper?
It was very, very annoying for me as the capper. Especially on Katabatic, I would be trying to run that left side ricochet route out the front, and I'd have 2 scopes hitting me on the way in, so I wasn't even getting to the flag lot. We actually had to switch player 3 to a second capper, so that we made them focus either one of us or both of us, and we could get in and get a grab.
I did see that you were slow to start in some maps, but you made good adjustments and were able to get good momentum later on in the latter half of each map. So that was good wins on your part. Let's see, what else can I ask you about? We saw
Well,
the
there was a lot of defense tonight, Delirium. I thought it was a very, like the Titan said, it was pretty hectic. How did it look out there being heavy on the flag, man?
I think it was kind of a controlled chaos. We were lucky to time a lot of it early, to control the timings of it. But they would, I think at one point we had 2 Juggies and a Brute inside our base on Crossfire, or I don't know, it was really difficult. I actually swapped back to Pathfinder a few times, and then when it would kind of calm down a little bit, I'd go back heavy on flag.
We did see you had a force field up quite a bit. Did they not? You didn't repair a generator? They just didn't attack it as much as they should have, perhaps.
We actually, I believe Vash would get the repair on the generator, especially during standoffs, but I'm pretty sure, I mean, it wasn't like a main priority, but we would try to keep it up as much as possible.
Very annoying for their offense. I have noticed Bash being much more flexible as he's come of age and tries, being a lot more positions he's been playing, being very quick to change class and change his role as he needs to help your team. That's been good to see. So what did they do best with your enemy tonight?
Zoid, do you want to take that?
Yeah, I think probably the best thing they did is they came in and they played a different game than we're used to. We have scrimmed no more triples fairly frequently, about once or twice a week, and we haven't seen them come out in that really strong defensive set. So we would get into these maps and we'd be seeing less offense come, and then more defense, and it really kind of threw us off for the first couple minutes of each round. They made us adjust, is basically what I think they did best.
It is always good to see your strategy being effective when you first bring it, but it's always hard to be aware of the counter adjustment you need to do when that adjustment does come from your enemy. So I don't have any more questions. Any winners? Any questions?
While we've got all these Area 51 guys in here, I just want to, again, I've told them before, but thank you guys for being so open about your play and your strategy, and everybody streams, and even when, you know, people are getting salty and talking about strategy and stuff. And I think that those sorts of things help people who are interested in starting their own tribes and doing this, and just appreciate that you guys are so candid about your streaming and letting people get involved in seeing what you're doing behind the scenes.
Is Bart here?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up, man?
Did you watch the stream?
Yes, I did. I was glued to the screen.
Any comments on the games?
Yeah, I think that. Oh, hold on. There we go. Sorry, my mic was like way out of whack. Area 51 took every game, obviously. I think that the guys from. I'm sorry, I forgot their name. It's No More Triples. There we go. I knew it was NMT. That's what I've been seeing everywhere. They look good. I know they've got a lot of veterans on the team, and kind of going through. I think Crossfire was that when they didn't get their first cap to the second map. I don't think, right? So it was.
No, actually, they got the first cap of all the maps on Arcs because they got an early grab.
Oh, okay. See, my computer was restarting, and I must have missed that one. Okay, so
it's okay.
They got the first one, and then they didn't get another cap till the second map, right? So there was pretty big drought there for them, which is always tough to overcome. But I think they look good. I think Area 51 looking strong as always with the vehicle play, and of course great sniping by Tailspin. So
yes,
and that cap by Zoidberg to end that game on Catabatic there at the end was pretty nuts.
Actually, was that player 3? I forgot who it was.
It was Zoidberg, right?
I thought it was Panda.
I got
it was Panda.
Oh, it was Panda.
I think it was
He got the
key
return.
players.
Zoid got that crazy return.
Yes. That was an upside down situation. Like I was like, am I in La La Land? What just happened there? How did that turn upside down? They're going to cap the flag and then turn into you guys cap the flag. So we're looking at release for Tribes Ascend when, Bart?
I'm sorry?
We're looking for release on what day?
The release. The release will be on the 12th of April, which is a Thursday.
So everybody, tell your friends, Tribes Ascend is going live for everyone in less than a month. Looking for patches between now and then to change the game a little bit that we know and love, fix some bugs, make it more stable and faster. Yes?
Can you tell us anything about the patch tomorrow, Bart? I know you're going to be talking at length about it on your own stream tomorrow as the servers go down, but I know you gave some tidbits to Johnny and the crew at Level Up TV, and out to them. Good job, the European guys. But do you have any hot esports tidbits you can tell us about the patch and leak ahead of time? For the people that are watching late night here.
One of the things that I've talked about, we will have coming up over the next, this patch primarily, and then probably some cleanups coming over the next couple patches. I think we found a pretty good solution for dead stops, it seems like. So we'll be looking for lots of feedback on that, of course. When the patch goes live, if you guys, forums about that are going to be important. There's also some stuff, some changes are going to be, there's a little bit of buff to heavy armors. As well as I don't know, I don't have a patch list in front of me, but there's some good stuff coming. But there's some really big stuff really around dead stops. I think everyone's going to be really excited about. But
cool.
That is all going to be. We'll know about that here probably in about 7 or 8 hours. I would imagine the patch notes will go out either kind of morning style for Europe or early morning Eastern. And wow, Craig is just killing it here with a sniper rifle in arena. No, kidding. It's yeah. Oh, and there'll be some more information upcoming about what we're going to be doing with Cash Shop and stuff you can buy. There'll be some stuff about that in this patch as well. So you'll have some more information about that, and that's mostly good stuff. And just like a massive amount of bug fixes. This is primarily a kind of a bug fix server backend patch. There's some big notes in the patch notes.
Okay.
As well as it is not primarily a balance patch. I can say that.
So you would feel confident in saying that a lot of the things that the community has been wanting to address are being addressed here.
Much of it, but not probably. I mean, there is a pretty big contingent of people that that feel that the chasing aspect of the game and kind of by proxy disc jumping, like. For instance, that kind of stuff, like that kind of more balance and mechanics side stuff isn't going to be in this, but around latency issues, some kind of customization options in terms of settings that you can toggle, as well as kind of stuff around the reticles. A lot of that is getting addressed in this patch, but it is not primarily a mechanics or gameplay patch. So I don't know if it'll have. There is one big one that I'll save for tomorrow. There is going to be something there will be a little bit of a change with how the nitrons will work. So
okay, what can you tell us on private servers? I know everybody's kind of curious if you can tell us anything new on that.
I think the last word was something like, hoping for release maybe.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. I mean, it's realistically, like, to be as honest as I can with you. I mean, this isn't me like toting the company line or anything. There's a guy that does that is like a very small team, and those same guys that were working to get all the server backend changes and all the new regions that have been added over the last couple weeks and really trying to keep the servers more stable, reduce hole warping, all that. Those are the same people, and that is one candle that gets burned to make that stuff as well as private servers happen. So it has been and will continue to be the top priority for those guys outside of making sure the game works until it's done, which is projected to be before, hopefully, fingers crossed, before we release, if not right around it.
So like we'll be able to go to your usual suspect co-location servers that sell by the slot and say we want a Tribes Ascend server like other servers?
No, that is a potentiality for the future. We are still really finalizing exactly what we're going to do with them in terms of, I guess, the business side of it, you could call it that. But really, all focus is on just the creation and testing and making sure they're all, everything's working and they do what we want them to do. Probably before we will offer servers up to third party, if at all, which I cannot say with 100% certainty that we will, because I'm not included in that conversation at this point.
Okay, so something more in-house, at least at first, like kind of like the whitelisted servers now, except with passwords and flags and so forth.
That's right, and I believe a server browser will be in the first iteration, although I don't have that with 100% confidence. But yeah, it will be custom servers where you'll have access to flags, a lot of which I don't see how you could do without a server browser, but I don't know that for sure that will be in the first iteration. I just haven't asked about it. It's really been once the tech is there, we kind of would probably start deciding about how best to use it. In the short term for those, it will. I think the minimum requirement is that you are able to alter some variables based on a lot of the feedback on what we said we would do, and then secondarily, but also, well, not secondarily, I mean, it's really also a requirement would be that you can put a password on them, and tournament mode is something that I really, really want, and I know that a lot of the communities also wants, but is again, I don't know. That is something that will probably come after custom servers. Hopefully, by not too much. That doesn't seem like it's too crazy. It's something you can toggle on for a custom server, but we have to have that tech working and experimented with before we can move into some of the more robust stuff that we want to do around kind of friends and what you can see about people's stats, and of course API of statistics of the game and the winners, and eventually demos and who knows, even theater mode or tribe CD or something like that. Those are all things that fall out eventually from custom servers. So this is the next big Stair set for me and us and competitive tribes, I think.
Awesome. Well, thanks, man. Great answer.
Winters has been hammering Bart all night, or trying to, hoping to get lots of juicy answers.
Well, I got the mic. I mean, people want to know. I'm just passing it along in a way that's probably a little more tactful than a lot of the ways that these things are.
Yes. Patrick
Why
Buckley
usually
is
done?
the
Passion. You
usual
understand
complaint.
the passion of it.
We were hoping to get Mr. Method in here. I'm not sure if he's able to connect or not, but if he's not here in a minute or so, I guess we'll have to wrap. I do want to say thank you to Area 51 and Triples for playing for us, and Bart always for interfacing with the community a lot and giving us as much information as we can get, and just helping us out on the esports side. Thanks to Craig for running the camera. I am still delirium, and I did think I may have misspoke and said it's hard to harass a flag stand with a raider. Maybe we'll make fun of me for that. I'm not sure what I was thinking there, but I was probably distracted by something else happening. Not my intention.
User entered your channel.
There's somebody.
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
Who is that? Is that from?
That will be Shin from No More Triples. Good
Yay,
evening.
we have a triples player.
You're on Tribescast. Go ahead.
That's wonderful. I was just seeing if we could get Method in here.
I would love that. Which position did you play tonight?
I was capping and then swapped up to clearing after Tailspin shot me too many times in the face.
Yes, he was doing a lot of work for 51 tonight. Do you have comments on the games while we wait for Mr. Method to come in here?
I do, but let me make sure he's got the info real quick.
User entered your channel.
Apparently he does.
There he is. Who is the captain of your team? Anyone? No one?
While he rebinds his
Bueller?
key, that would be
Bueller?
Method.
Okay. So Mr. Method rebinding his TeamSpeak key will be the captain for triples. I don't actually know if he is an old Tribes guy or not. I don't know his name. Jin, do you know his background in Tribes? There he is.
I'm here.
Hey.
You're the
Oh, we
captain of
noticed-
triples?
Yeah.
And are you an old Tribes hand?
Yeah, we played T1, Ren, and then T2.
And what was your experience like playing 51 tonight? You played them a lot,
User
I've heard.
disconnected from your channel.
Played them a couple times. We're just hoping the game's more balanced to not be a vehicle simulator and play more like Tribes.
That is a big debate in the competitive community right now about how important vehicles should be in low team size games like this. But so you felt the vehicles was a big deciding factor tonight?
They are in almost every scrim that we've seen.
I think we have seen teams like Tau shunning vehicles a lot lately because they don't find it to be as fun. But I do think that currently Shreks are kind of the only chase option you have besides just cutting players off who are going very slowly. What was 51 doing besides vehicle play that was really causing you problems?
Nothing really. Vash ripped it up with the tank again.
I think he's been branching out a little bit with his tank play as well as his other class switches.
Yeah, the thing's pretty devastating. I was skiing down the hill just shooting at it once, ran into the side of it, and I die instantly for some reason.
I ran into that yesterday when I was playing as 51, and they were just harassing me while I was trying to go offense, and I couldn't get halfway across the map before I was shot by a tank and a raider and a sniper. Yes, very good. So you think that in a no vehicles game you have a better chance?
We play Tribes. Like I said, most of our guys don't even like playing the vehicles at all. I know, like us, ZFZ, Tau, a lot of the Tribes vet teams just don't like the way the game plays out right now at all. It's not fun. It's more vehicle-centric, and your team, when you don't have them out, you have to focus on the vehicles, and you lose caps easy. Nothing against 51. We actually, a few of us on my team played with 51 different crews, but like we're friends with a bunch of them, so they're just using the game the way it's meant to be played right now.
Hopefully very soon we'll see private servers, custom flags, and different game modes that will change that quite a bit for tournaments and so forth. So we will see what happens, what the weeks hold for us as we go to a release.
Yeah, it'd be nice, but we'll see.
Do you have any questions for your opponents tonight?
No, I'd go on their mumble every once in a while.
Okay. Anyone want to ask Shin or Messed anything?
No, I think we covered it earlier.
Well,
we're good.
We're glad that you guys played tonight and gave us some good games. I was actually very impressed with the early cabin arcs. That's very tribesy play. The quick flag pressure quick point?
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching both teams. It was a good Monday night matchup here on Tribescast. I want to thank everybody from both teams for
User
coming
entered
out
your
and
channel.
doing your thing and letting us broadcast it. And we're going to be doing quite a bit here in the future as the leagues and ladders start up. And I'm sure these are two teams we'll be seeing a lot of in the future.
Well, Winter's
Thanks,
very
Ed.
natural.
I had a quick question.
I used to get paid for this, but
I was wondering if when we were going to be able to get a custom panda skin with Kanye West glasses in the store, the Tribe store.
I'm really
I'll
happy
take
for
some
you.
guys off private servers for that.
How much gold will it cost?
It doesn't matter.
I would totally give a couple $100 Shaz bucks for that. Just a cape. I mean,
On a serious note, though, I mean, I know there's a lot of pressure, especially as we get closer to release. But I'd like to remind everyone that's part of the community, comparing back to other companies that have not been as communicative or lenient or just as active within the community. Period. You know, so I'm really happy with Hi-Rez. I'm happy with what they've done. Every company is going to have things that they strive for and look for in the future, but I'm pretty satisfied at the moment.
So
I
thank
totally agree.
Thank you to the teams.
Thanks, man.
Thank you to Winters and Craig and Bart and Hi-Rez Studios. Looking for release in a few weeks. I'm Delirium. This is tribescast.com. We will see you next time.
Yes, Winners with the one, and Craig and the whole crew. Thanks everybody for joining us.
Thank you guys again.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Good games.
Good games.
User disconnected from your channel. User disconnected